It's Reunification Day on Monday, and the Reunification Day Cup is our feature race as well. Race number 7, a Class 2 contest over the 1,200 metres. It's a great lineup as well, headed by Jumbo Luck, who actually finished last on the all-weather last time out. Raging Storm, he's 4 from 8 course and distance. Thanks Forever, up in class, 3 out of 3 over the 1,000 metres, tries the 1,200 for the first time. Be ridden by Sha Tin, because Zach Purton is on Big Party for Frankie Law. He's a 2-time course and distance winner and 3 from 5 overall. Lucky Hero comes in form, winning 2 of his last 3. Glorious Spectrum, 3rd last time out. That was just after Christmas, though. And down to Team Spirit, another horse in form, a 3-time course and distance winner, Chad Schofield from Barrier 5. Now, as far as Chung Fa's concerned, Limitless, Easy Go, Easy Win, Lucky Hero, Green Energy and Infinity Endeavour have all been up within the last month. All right, we've made our way to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map and a couple of key races here as well, because it is a terrific lineup here with, there's not just a clash between Big Party and Thanks Forever, but 2 big names there. But it might be Big Party, who's sitting outside the lead of their Team Spirit, and he'll get first kick.
Yes, maybe. California Fortune led, you know, pretty much all the way. It was right on the speed last year for Neil Callan to take this event, and Team Spirit probably has the most gate speed and can kick through. But Big Party, I think it's essential that he steps well and gets into clear galloping room. We know he's got a magnificently big stride. I don't want to see him back in traffic and sort of unbalanced. Thanksgiving, obviously another very exciting 3-year-old from what we've seen at him at his last 2. I think he'll be looking to follow Big Party everywhere they go. Raging Storm, and then you've got these horses like Big Time Baby out wide. Easy Go, Easy Win is a chance of being caught deep. He's a big strider too, so a little bit of galloping room might help him. Glorious Spectrum, I don't think there's anything in this back part of the field. Lucky Hero, Green Energy, Refined Treasure maybe potentially tries to be a little bit closer. My Darling, I don't think he'll have the speed to get across, but it should be a good tempo set up for a good quality race.
Yeah, there's a bit of depth to this one, Paul. What have you seen?
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit here. There's some. I think this is obviously one of the best races. Refined Treasure. He's only had the 2 starts over the 1,200, and his last start was pretty good. I thought he hit the line very strongly. He's got a really good piece of track work, really allowed to stretch out here. So thought it was good from him. Here is Thanks Forever. He's no turkey down the back straight there. He goes pretty well, and he's had 2 starts, 2 wins, and he's going nicely as this horse. You can see
looking to gobble them up late, probably.
Yeah. And look, nice piece, and Big Party, nice quiet piece on the inside of weather for him. Just with right choice, he's no slug either. But you can see Big Party, he's doing it effortlessly there. He's a big boy when you put him next to those other horses, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, he's a super-looking horse. Probably the best place to start as well. Big Party and the ride of Zach Purton.
Zach, Big Party, you won him last time out. What sort of feel did he give you in that race?
Oh, he went pretty good. He did everything right. He jumped well. He travelled good, and you know, it was a pretty easy kill for him, really. But you know, we know he's had a lot of problems. It looks like Frankie's been able to work him in a consistent manner coming into this race. So hopefully he's improved off that last effort, and you know, if he can get away clean again and put himself in the right spot, he should be competitive.
He's had a trial since that win. You didn't ride him, but he played up a bit in the gates in that trial. Did you have any issues with him in the stalls?
No, he was very quiet when I rode him in the race, and I rode him in a jump out prior to that race as well, and he stood in the gates really well. So that's obviously a concern that he's played up in the gates in that trial since then, because that was his problem a couple of starts back when he missed the start and got back and everything went wrong for him. So, you know, I just got to hope that he's going to be on his best behaviour.
You take on Thanks Forever, a horse you know well. How do you line the 2 of them up?
Well, they're both very nice horses. They've both had good seasons. They're both progressive. It's going to be a competitive race.
Thanks Forever's stepping up to 1,200 metres around a bend for the first time. Would you have any concerns about that with him?
No, I don't think so. He's a very relaxed horse. He's got a very good attitude. He's drawn the right gate to get the right run, so I can't see it being a problem.
Was it a tough decision to make, which one to ride?
I was booked for Big Party a fair while ago.
Yeah, so that's the reason there was no decision to make. It
Clears up a few things, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, but it's a fascinating contest, really, between
Just
the 2.
jump in, and I didn't say Thanksgiving earlier. Of course, it's Thanks Forever.
Hopefully everyone picked up on that. Here is then, Thanks Forever, down the straights. So just touching on there, Ed and Zach, that this is 1,200 metres for the first time round the bend. But on what we've seen so far, you wouldn't think it's going to be a massive problem for him.
No. And Zach, I do recall reading in the media that he said he's one of the most exciting young horses here in Hong Kong, Thanks Forever. So with that in mind, taking on another one of the exciting horses here in Hong Kong in Big Party, it should be a good contest. Obviously chasing a high achievement bonus, both of them. They've got plenty of time to secure that. This one's stepping from 1,000 to 1,200, but he's just been seriously impressive since coming back from that bleeding issue after his first win. This is a really exciting race.
Yeah, barrier 3 gives him every opportunity as well, doesn't he? So, look, I agree with you, Brett. I think this is a really good race.
We heard Zach say as well, with regards to Big Party, that he needs him to get out of the gates cleanly too in that interview. Yeah, and take up a good spot, potentially outside the leader. Right, we've got a few in here. Lucky Hero is circled. Then we've got Refined Treasure, who stays on very well. Raging Storm, who's pretty close to him towards the outside there. Limitless, who runs out of luck late on. We've got Team Spirit down on the inside, just about in front. And My Darling as well, again, towards the outside. Well, the big issue really is for all of these is, have they got the progress in them or the class in them to match the horses like Big Party and Thanks Forever, who are on their way through? I'm not sure whether they have. I thought at the start of the season Raging Storm would be a horse that potentially could get up to 100. He's had 2 wins. He's got to sort of the low 90s, but he's hovering now. We know Limitless on his days capable of anything. I don't think Lucky Hero's probably up to their class. You know, he can win a Class 2, but with horses that are on their way through, I think he might struggle, and he likes a bit of cushion in the track better for me.
I like the way Refined Treasure hit the line there, though, because I was a bit sceptical on over 1,200 metres after that first run that he had. That proved that 1,200 shouldn't be a problem for him as well.
Yeah, he's still learning at 1,200.
Horse in the orange jacket was Flying Thunder, who came out and won a Group 3 last weekend, and they were on a very similar trajectory.
But it's worth mentioning that he did give them the go-by too, Andrew.
Yes.
So maybe they're just hovering around that level, and he's, of course, another exception potentially on the way through.
All right, Easy Go, Easy Win. What do we make of him coming into this? Is interesting down in trip.
When he first hit the ground here in Hong Kong, John Moore was quite bullish about him as a potential, horse that could go through the 4-year-old series and to the Derby. It didn't eventuate, obviously, but what I have noticed is that he's got him going really well again towards the back end of this season. There was a period there, he got here, he began well, and then he lost his form, but now he's going well again. Again, is he Class 1 material? Because I think Thanks Forever and Big Party potentially are. Don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, so I've left him out. He's drawn 10, which will make it a bit difficult as well. When he did run his better race, it was on the good to yielding track too, so I want to, being by Savabeel, I wonder if that helped him a little bit as well.
All right, this is Glorious Spectrum. It's been on track for a little while, but I quite like this trial coming in.
Yeah, he's had a sort of checkered prep this term. He's only had 2 starts. His first one early December, then late December, and now he hasn't run since then due to a lame right front leg issue and then a tendon problem. So he's had some setbacks. There's no doubt he's a horse that's got ability, but he's been off the scene for the best part 6 months plus. He'll need an exceptional run first up, I would have thought, to be winning this.
Yeah, I thought that third by Mr. So-and-so was good, but he's had the issues since, so I'm happy to watch him.
Probably a next season horse, I would think.
All right, Big Party just holds the call over Thanks Forever at this stage. Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, that's the question. I've always been a fan of Big Party from day one, and I really like this horse. I think he can win. From Thanks Forever will be the hardest to beat. It's going to be a great race. Refined Treasure and Raging Storm coming from the back, 7-5-4-3.
It's very interesting. I found it difficult to separate the two, actually. I think Big Party's susceptible to making a few more errors from what I've seen, maybe in the gates or out of the gates, and then potentially if he gets into traffic, whereas Thanks Forever, since his return, he's been faultless, but that's been up the straight 1,000. It was a flip of the coin scenario for me. It landed on Thanks Forever as opposed to Big Party, but I think one of the two will definitely win. Raging Storm and Easy Go, Easy Win, as I mentioned, certainly going well at the moment for John Moore, and I've got him in the tips.
All right, 5 and 7, 7 and 5. That's the cue, but I went Big Party. I think he's a very exciting horse, as is Thanks Forever going forward, but just give him the edge, getting some weight off him as well. All right, that's the feature race. Race number 8 is next for us. Another exciting horse going around here in the shape of Athera.